Dana's not sure that Conor's coming back. Well, hold on. Is that a fair way to say it? Dana said, he said, Conor will fight when Conor wants to fight. Conor will come back when Conor wants to come back. One of those two is the exact quote. But my interpretation of this is also based on the tone and the body language that Dana said that quote in. It felt, and it took Dana 1 second to say this, but it did feel as though it was a rather unconfident statement. And what does that mean, that Conor will fight when Conor wants to fight? I don't fully know what that means. I know what I believe it's supposed to mean was just a general sense of, I'm not going to bother him. There's no point. He knows he's welcome back. He even knows who his opponent is. He will let us know, and we'll go from there. That's what I think that's supposed to mean. But the exact words is, Conor will fight when Conor wants to fight. I mean, but the reason that matters is one time that was put to the test in a very literal sense. It was called January 20th. There was no pay-per-view. There was no show. There was no airtime at ESPN. There was no market. There was no anything. Conor said he wanted to fight that date. They made it all happen. Sold out in 1 day. Insert Cowboy Cerrone. So, which one am I supposed to interpret this as? Conor knows he's welcome. Next step is on him. Just let us know. I think that's right. Or am I supposed to take it literal? If Conor says, I want the main event of 300, can he have it? And I'll answer that question for you. No, he cannot. They will not give that to him. So I just want to take a little bit of a look at it, because I must tell you, I do feel for Michael Chandler. Chandler was told he was going to get something. That was an opportunity. A lot of attention, a big spotlight, the biggest star. Red Panty Night is real. And in exchange, though, he was going to have to do something. And in that case, it was not fight anyone else. For a period of time, take your eye off the only thing you've ever had your eye on, which is the championship, because this is not a contenders match. This ain't even a ranked match. We don't even have a weight class for the match. And we're going to have a process. We have an Ultimate Fighter attached. There was just a lot of things for Michael Chandler to get what he was motivated to get. He had to do, and he did them. Right? And that's always a tough part in life. It's the game. It's the way it goes. But I'm just sharing with you. I want Chandler to be whole on that. And I don't know what it is that Chandler should do. Michael Chandler, as super as he is a human being. He's going on 37 years old. Colby Covington, who is 35 years old and had the same life as Chandler, about the same amount of fights, about for the same importance, had about the same college career, doing the same thing at right about the same time, had a layoff, and it cost him dearly. I mean, ring rust is just a very, very real thing. And that's fine. I think that Chandler could be a little rusty, and I would expect him to. McGregor's going to be in the same spot. He's going to be rusty, and I would expect him to. But all of a sudden, when you start having this realization about that, you start kind of looking around and going, what are we doing this for? There is no ranking. There is no contention. It is a big fight. That's true. And it was promised. And there is a little bit of a grudge there. Like, I wouldn't tell somebody that their motivations are invalid. No, they're not. You can be as petty as you want. I fully would understand. I'm just sharing, though, there's also a business going on here. It does not come with a salary. It comes with the night that you compete. And I don't believe that Chandler's guarantee should go away if he went and fought somebody else. But it would. Right? I mean, if it didn't, we'd have this whole problem solved. We wouldn't be talking about this. If Chandler would know now, right, what he could have, or if he would have known then what he knows now, Way back in June, if he would have known I'm not going to see McGregor until at least June of 2024, he would have gone and got another opponent. I mean, Chandler and McGregor are both coming off a loss to the same guy, right? This isn't like a loss is going to stop this fight. I think Conor's coming off a 5, somebody said, or 5 of his last 6. It was something like this. So that's not what this is about. And I mean, how long is Chandler supposed to wait? He for sure is not going to have his best fight. It's been too long. The clock's already ticked too far. But is that the one that he needs? He can still win it. He can still knock the rust off, win it, and come back in great form for his next one. Who would the next one be against? With what contention, or with what storylines, or with what feud, what is building? I could answer that for Conor because it's Conor. That's one of the reasons Red Panty Night is real. You can go 5 different directions over 3 different weight classes. Still be top of the bill and sell out for a record. But I don't know where Chandler would go. I think these guys are going to fight at 170, if these guys even fight. So would Chandler stay at 170? Because that'd be great for us. Now we can come up with all sorts of parity. We can start to find things for him to do if we're given a new weight class. Then you do the 170 thing, and he's going to come back to 155, and all of a sudden he's 38 years old. Who's the storyline against? So what happens if you lose to Conor McGregor? By the way, right, it's not a contention fight anyway, but it is a main event fight and it is a big fight. But if you lose to a guy who isn't ranked, and who, by the way, and I don't know this record, like I don't really remember Conor losing that many fights. I really don't. But the stat out there is he's won 1 of his last 6, or he's lost 5 of his last, something like this. So I just don't know what the next move is. I don't know how I could guess it. And those are problems that can be solved very quickly. Michael Chandler has a lot of fans, and he's a handsome guy, and he's great at getting in front of you people, and he's wonderful at telling a story. He's just put all of his eggs in this one basket, which is another reason I really want him to get this match. On a human level, he's a wonderful guy. A husband and a father and a friend. He's a wonderful guy. I would like him to get this match. But there are a few things that have to be balanced. Right? And when your time is against the clock, and you get paid on the only commodity you got, which is your performance in the ring, it's just one of those situations where it can be a little bit tough. How many can you pass up on? You get 3 a year. We've now eaten up a year. Kind of money Michael Chandler makes? $2 million. I know it's gross when you start talking about money. $2 million that was left on the table to preserve the idea of a fight that is yet to have a weight class against an opponent who is yet to have a license. For a promoter who has said, I don't know when he's coming back. And it's one of those really interesting spots. Where do you go from here? Where do you go? Could Conor recover? Could he stay main event, even coming off a loss? Another one, could he? For a period of time, sure. Right card, right placement, sure. There's things that you can do, but eventually he's going to work his way down the card. And the moment that he is no longer a main event for any reason, it would not possibly matter the reason. The moment biggest star and the biggest draw with all of your records is not a main event, it is over. So the stakes have really gotten bigger for Chandler. Massively. This at one point was a fight to go out and do. And to hell with it, you got 2 stars. You got the former UFC champion, you got the former Bellator champion, you got 2 studs going at it. But as more time goes on, you're going to have 2 guys that for sure, without question, as experts in the fight game, we know are going to come in reduced. For sure, they're going to be a little rusty. For sure. Now that's okay. You got 2 rusty guys. One of them's going to win. That's your proof right there that you can win with ring rust. So they're both going to have it, and one of them's going to win. But it puts an immense amount of pressure on that one. And you just don't have those young, hungry up-and-comers that are trying to fight a 38-year-old. For any reason. No matter who good you are or what you've done in the past, if you're not holding a belt right now, today, and you're 38, you are not getting called out. And it's a very tricky situation. And I don't think that Michael Chandler is sleeping overly well if he heard what I heard, and he heard it the way that I heard it.